Cha-cha-cha-cha. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Come here, Pi. Come here. I brought a very special guest because she's attached at the hip with me today. She doesn't like when I leave on vacation, and I get it. And I get it. Oh, Jesus Christ. I know everybody loves pie, so decided to bring pie in. Good morning, Stephanie. How are you doing? Ooh, looks like I really need to plug in. Let's see. My receiver really needs to charge, so hang on, let me make sure that we don't have an issue today. I thought I charged it. That sucks. My getaway was amazing. It was amazing. By the way, if something sounds really weird, it's because I'm just plugging some shit in. Marmalade is on the mat and brought a toy to share with Pi. I love that. Oh my God, I love that so much. Okay, let's see if this will charge, if this is the culprit. Okay, damn, it's my microphone. Here's what I'm gonna do. Fuck me. I'm gonna mute this microphone really quick and talk on another microphone. Hang tight. Let's see if it works. Check, check, check. Check, check. Check. Okay. How is that? Can you guys hear me okay? I need to charge up this microphone for a little bit before we get going. Man, it must have just been so cold in here that it died. Hey, Mallory. We're switching to the blue mic for a little bit while this catches a charge. I'll also turn this off. I also have a second microphone, so if all, comes out in the wash, we'll get it figured out. Hey, Mallory, how are you? Can definitely hear the ambient room noise. Is it still like that? Let me know. I know that at first I had some feedback, so hopefully it's not happening anymore, but we're gonna give it a little bit of charge time before we get going. Hope everybody's doing amazing today. It got better. Okay, good. I was like, this is a very high quality microphone. It should not have a bunch of shitty feedback going on. Yeah, so holy smokes, we're back. Like I mentioned, I had an amazing weekend at Mammoth Mountain. Really enjoyed my time there. We kind of caught it at like the perfect weekend. Like, no better weekend to get up there. The weather was amazing. It was chilly, but it wasn't like overwhelmingly cold. They had just gotten a storm like a few days prior, so there was a lot of nice fresh snow, and yeah, It was great. One thing that I was really stoked about that I know I talked just like so briefly about in my post was how much my leg training I've been doing since the beginning of the year helped me. The last time I went snowboarding in November, it was just one day and I was dead. Like my calves, the fronts of my shins, my thighs, everything had a really hard time with everything. But I've been weight training and doing a lot of focus like mobility and yoga the past the past couple of weeks. Hello, ma'am. Hello. And I feel so good. Like I legit do not feel. Oh, cat ASMR? Is that what's happening right now? Like I said, that super focus, like leg work just made an enormous difference. So I am just so freaking pleased. I felt like I could have done one more day, but honestly, one more day is always a little bit overkill for me. Pi has graced us. She really has. Did you guys get the purrs? Did you hear it? I love that. Hey, Pi, they like the purring. Come here. What if we do an on-camera feeding of some snacks? What's this? What's this? What's this? Yeah, I'm very ready for recovery time as well. Today is going to be very focused. Oh, these treats stink. It's going to be very focused on our lower body. So legs, hips, feet. Oh my God, dude. Let me at least get it close to the microphone before you go crazy. All right. Can you guys hear it? Maybe this will be our whole stream, just this. Just kidding, we're gonna do. God, these really smell. It's like an abandoned aquarium in my... Oh, so aggressive. But that's your reward and that's your treat for showing up for class today. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Because this microphone is still charging up, I do have a backup. And I'm gonna plug it in and test it so we can get going. This is the healing I need. I love that. It's the healing I need too. She's legit been like attached to me. As I was going to the bathroom. Everything. Okay, ye old backup. This is why we have backups, guys. Let's see, hopefully this has some fucking battery. Pi's trying to break into the shit. Come on, road. Thanks for waiting. Well, fuck me sideways, guys. This is dead too. Look at me. Look at me, being prepared yet so unprepared at the same time. How could this happen? All this gear, yet nothing to do with it. Where? Okay, well, you know what? Hey, Shayla! Shayla, were you here for the cat moment? I hope so. Pi is here. She's trying to break into the treats. I know. I know. We're going to give you more after class. Okay. So here's what we're going to do because Tracy Lynn thought she was prepared but wasn't. We're going to see how long. You missed the queen? Bye. Come here, baby girl. Your Auntie Shayla needs to see you. There you go. We're going to see how long this microphone charge goes. Hopefully it gives us, oh, look at these shoulders. Somebody needs a shoulder massage. Let's see if we can hear the purrs. We're going to see how far this microphone charge gets me. I'm hoping it gives me at least 30 minutes. Please, please give me 30 minutes at least. And if I suddenly go mute, you guys let me know, and you can yell at me, tell me whatever your feelings are. We're going to do our best, okay? Because I so desperately want to move my body. God damn it. All right, I'm going to mute this. This one's back. All right. Okie dokie. Hopefully, this lasts. Say a prayer. I'll keep my eyes up so I can see what happens once I get in. I'm really hoping this Wii charge lasts me for a little bit. Fuck. Okay. So I've got a variety of little props here. Blocks. I've got a little band. You don't need a kettlebell. My kettlebell has just been left here because I'm a silly goose, all right? We're gonna come to a seated position. Maybe Pi will join us. And we're crisscross applesauce on our mats. Again, focus on our lower body, hips and all the goods, okay? And let's start with 3 rounds of breath, okay? What's also good is I can see my little microphone guy going. So if that just drops off, then I'll just come back to the head screen. Okay, let's start with 5 rounds of cat-cows, shall we? So we'll reach our heart space forward, breath in, and with our exhale, we'll take it back and round the spine. Pi was like, cat-cow? Yes, please. That's my favorite. Good, last 2. Nice, last 1. When you're back in this contraction, let's lengthen both of your legs forward in front of you and really feel your sit bones ground into the earth. Okay, as much bend in your knees as you need, feet in their dorsiflexed position, and we're gonna work forwards into a forward fold. Come here, Pi. Come here. Resist. Don't eat the plants. She's going to eat the plants. You're not allowed. These are my babies. I already have chomp marks on these. We're not trying to have any more. I know. I'm mean. Mean mommy. All right, we're gonna bring ourselves back up from here. Right knee is gonna bend, sole of the right foot is gonna come to your left inner thigh, and we're gonna turn ourselves just a little bit out to a diagonal. Let's do a side body stretch. Left hand will find its way onto your leg, right arm will reach up and over. Try to anchor through your right hip as much as you can. We'll bring ourselves back up. Right hand plants to the ground. Lift up your hips and reach up and over. Nice. We'll bring ourselves back. We'll lengthen the right leg back to the front and do all that on the other side. Left leg bends. Sole of the foot to your right inner thigh, and you're opening up your body out to a diagonal. Let's side body stretch. A face boob too? It's my lucky day. All right, we'll bring ourselves back up. Left hand will plant, and we'll elevate our hips and reach our right arm up and over. All right, let's bring ourselves back down. And instead of going back to both legs straight here, we're actually going to shift and move into a kneeling position. All right, we're gonna work through our feet and ankles, so some kind of possibly intense self-trigger point therapy, okay? So starting with your feet just flat, all right? If you're feeling the ankle stretch as is, great, okay? If you're ready for a little bit more, I like to just scoop out my belly and lift up one knee. What do you think, Pi? She likes this one. Let's do the same thing with the other knee if possible. So lifting up that left side. And again, if this doesn't feel good, just skip it. All right, we'll bring that knee down. We'll lift up our hips, tuck our toes, and sit back down onto our heels. So broken toe pose. Good, last three. And we'll bring ourselves back down onto our flat feet, all right? So just one more round of just this as is, right? We did our alternating on the other side, or you can lift up both of your knees and get a really big ankle stretch. Good, last three. And then we'll bring ourselves back down flat onto our knees. You're so sweet. All right, one more foot thing here. We're gonna lift up our hips a bit, cross our feet into an X. Something I see a lot is people cross at the ankles. We're not doing that, we're crossing our feet. So arch of the right foot is on top of the arch of the left, and then we'll sit back down. So we're doing a little bit of self-trigger point therapy with the feet. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time to find that magic spot, right? All right, let's do the other side. Lift up, switch. So now your left foot is in the arch of the right. Yikes, I'm feeling it. right, last 2. And then we'll bring ourselves forward on 1. All right, tap out your feet a bit. Maybe you also want to pick them up and just roll out and manipulate through your ankles. All right. And from this tabletop, we're going to do some full body circles. So rolling your ribs, moving through the chest, and getting into our hips. Let's move into the other direction. Nice, and when we make it back home, we'll lengthen out through our spinal column. So creating our back bended position here. We'll tuck our toes and then head into downward facing dog. So first, A shape of the day. Take some pedals through your legs. We'll spend one more breath here. And then we'll step our way to the front of our mats and let our torsos hang heavy. Roll yourself up bone by bone. And when you make it all the way up to your stacked position, I'm putting up my hair, but take some shoulder circles here. So lifting them up into your ears and bringing them down your back. Nice, we'll roll them now forwards. Nice. We'll roll them back one more time. Open up our arms to our right and our left-hand side, so into a big T. And then we'll cross right on top of our left, bend into the elbows, and make an eagle arm. If creating this connection at the hands not possible, then grab for your shoulders. We'll take a couple of lifts and depressions, yeah? Elevate and depress, just anatomical terminology, yeah? Oh my God. Let's release. Open up the arms out to the side and do the other thing. So left on top, the other thing, the other side. So again, you can grab for opposite shoulders, find the connection at the palms, and take a couple of lifts. Lift and lower, lift and lower. Nice. We'll open up our arms once more, and we're going to see about connecting them behind us and interlacing. If this is not a possible connection for you, then you can always grab your band and bring your band back behind you. Chest will open. We'll take an inhale breath here. And with your exhale, take your forward fold with chest expansion grip. Really allowing yourself to be in this inversion, right? Head below your heart. All right, we'll release our hands down. We'll press our hands into our shins, AKA halfway lift. And with your exhale, fold. Again, inhale, lengthen out. And with your exhale, fold and plant your hands. We'll step back into a top of a push-up or high plank position. And then we'll lower all the way down to our bellies. All right. Now, once we make it here, we're going to work into half army crawl. If you've taken my class, you know I love this one. Hands come in front of you. like you're playing hide and go seek. Right leg is gonna bend and come around out to the side, okay? Now, it can stay bent, or you can also extend the leg all the way out to the side. If you're challenged in terms of space, know that you can scoot to one side, okay? Nice. Now you can stay low to the ground with your heart like this. Or if it feels good, you can start to work yourself up onto your forearms. Or even push into your hands and elevate. Great, let's do the same thing on the other side. So if you're elevated with me, bring yourself back down, move this leg back around, and we'll do the same thing with the other side. So left leg, half army crawl. Body feels good, but brain feels tired apparently. You can also extend your leg out to the side. To me, this is kind of like hand to foot pose, but just modified on the earth. Now, if you went with me into a little bit of back extension work, you can come up onto your forearms while you're here. Or even pushing through the elbows and elevating through the arms. If this just feels troublesome for your back, don't do it. Oh, this feels so good. Bring your body back down. We'll bring ourselves back to on our tummies. We'll push our way through tabletop and back into downward facing dog. Wool socks make it hard, but we'll make it work. All right, heels lift high, knees bend deep. Let's look to the front and travel your way to the front. Halfway lift, inhale, breath, and exhale, forward fold. We'll bend into our knees, roll ourselves all the way up towards standing again. Roll out those shoulders one more time. Oh man. All right. We're going to shift our weight over into our right foot, and we're going to cross our left leg behind our right. I wish you guys could see Pi right now. She's just plopped in the middle of the beanbag. It's so goddamn cute. All right, we're gonna hinge from our hips and work down into this cross-legged fold. For some people, blocks are going to be really essential to making this a successful cross-legged fold. Yeah. Others may be able to get all the way down and grab for their ankles. So work with yourself, work with your body. We'll bring ourselves all the way back up. And we'll uncross and then recross on the other side. So right goes behind the left. Same thing, hinging forward. And either utilizing your blocks or working your way all the way down and finding your ankles. We'll take one more breath here. And then we'll bring ourselves all the way back up. All right, We'll take our feet back to a neutral and we'll go through basically like a sun A on our way down. So we'll reach our arms up, inhale breath, and exhale forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale breath. And with your exhale, plant your hands and step back into a high plank position. Knees can tap onto the ground or stay lifted as you go through a mid plank. Good. Low cobra position or upward facing dog. Inhale breath. And with your exhale, downward facing dog, lift the hips up and back. All right. We're going to start to get into our hips now. So we'll transition back to the fronts of our mats again. We'll go halfway lift. And with your exhale, forward fold. We'll rise all the way up to standing. And we'll bring our hands to heart center or onto your hips or with your right hand onto a wall, okay? We're gonna start with just mobility circles. So I have a little micro bend into my standing leg and I'm gonna lift up my left leg. Let's circle this left leg around without kicking my shit everywhere. Good, so the goal here is to go through our full range of motion with control. So if you're losing control and going through your full range, then take a little bit less range and really focus on the stability of the right leg. Let's reverse these circles. Nice, so mine are kind of coming from the back forwards, which will feed into our next move here. Last 3. Good, last 2. And 1. We're back forwards and we're gonna take it into figure 4 chair. So left ankle onto your right thigh. You can sit back as much as you want and have a little bit of a lean forward to the torso. This helps me feel it a lot more into my glutes. Let's bring ourselves back up from here. And your left leg is gonna step towards the back of your mat. Now we're definitely going to use some blocks. We'll lower your left knee down. So hip flexor stretch. All right, and then we'll take it back to hamstring. We've already done a lot of hamstring work, so that shouldn't feel too bad. But now we're really going to get into our hip flexors. And I'm gonna make a lot of squinchy faces because, ouch. In addition to all the activities we did this weekend, we drove for 10 hours, so man, driving always kills my hips. All right, now we'll take ourselves forward and we're gonna hold. Either you're just gonna vibe right here with the opening that this position offers, or tuck your back toe and intensify by lifting the back knee and then lowering it back down. My whole body is not lifting and lowering, just the knee. Good. I love these little knee taps. Love may be a choice word right now, but I do love the benefits it offers. Last 3. Nice 2. Good, and a 1. We'll make our way back into our hamstring stretch, which can be just like this, which can also be sat back onto your heels. If you're flexible and you just love getting yourself into some deeper splits, then do your full splits, yeah? I won't stop you. We'll see where I'm at today. We're there, but we're struggling. Inside of me is a war right now. We'll take 3 more breaths here. All right, we'll bring ourselves out. And we'll bring ourselves back into front knee bending, toe tucking. Step back into your downward facing dog. And we'll do all this on the other side. So let's lift our heels, bend our knees, see the front, and travel to the front. Halfway lift, inhale, breath. And with your exhale, forward fold. Great. Let's come all the way up to a standing position. Arms gonna be overhead, arms gonna be on your hips, or left hand onto a wall. We're gonna mobilize through our right hip now. Right foot lifts and comes back and around. Oh. I love doing range of motion work. Always feels so yummy on my joints. And again, I got my eyes on the microphone. If I do lose you guys, I'll just select my desktop microphone. It'll pick me up. I'll just sound like I'm talking to you from the other side of the room. All right, let's do this in the other direction now. To me, this takes a little more focus and intention. Fuck. Last 3. Ooh. 2. Nice. And 1. Let's go figure 4 chair. I know your left leg may be dying, but let's try to focus on the hip stretch. A lot of balance, a lot of focus here. All right, we'll bring ourselves up. We'll take this right leg behind us and work into our hip flexors and hamstrings again. So we started with knee down, front hip opening. I always like to use my blocks for these. Nice, and then we'll take it back to our hamstrings. So take this little flow with yourself, back and forth. All right, the next time we're in our hip flexor stretch, either you're gonna stay and vibe and live your life, or back toe tucks, back knee lifts, more intensity. Again, we're not bouncing our upper body, we're just working through the legs. Nice, last 5, 4, 3, good, 2, and a 1. Lower your right knee down and take it into either your half split position, butt to heel stretch. Right, we also had the option of full splits if your body is feeling it, okay? I'm dreading it. This is my fight inside. Oh man. I know I've talked to you guys about contortion training for a while. One of my first coaches, this guy David, he would always make us hold here for like at least 3 to 5 minutes. And you'd be like, the only way you're gonna get splits is if you do splits. And I feel like that's such a like Captain Obvious response, but it's really true. The more time we spend, the more comfortable we're gonna feel in these positions, yeah? All right, let's bring ourselves back. We'll bend into our front knee, tuck back toes, lift back knee, and then we'll step our way back into downward facing. You can again take some little waggles with your hips, your spine. This actually feels really good. I don't know if you guys are familiar with belly dance technique, but there's this thing, it's like a vertical figure eight, where you're taking your hips left to right in this kind of infinity symbol. And it feels really, really good when you're doing that in a downward facing dog. I don't know. I'm just exploring on my own and that feels amazing. So maybe you want to try that out. All right, we'll make our way back to center. We'll lift our heels, roll forward into a high plank position. We'll bend our elbows 90 degrees, so chaturangas. Nice, upward facing. And with your exhale, let's get set up for puppy position. So knees on the ground, hips over knees. Hands are gonna come down to the earth and reach forward in front of you. Very similar to child's pose, just the hip positioning is different, okay? Now, if you feel really good in your shoulders, know that you can also do this with some blocks under your forearms. That's how I like to do it, or under your hands. Levels to those blocks can be adjusted based on your shoulder flexibility. We'll go for about 10 more seconds here. Oh my God. All right. Inchworm your little lower bodies back. Take your arms by your side. Palms face up. Turn your chin to one side and waggle your hips from right to left. All right, we'll do a little more shoulder and hip work before we get into our final pieces today. So I'm just gonna scoot to my right so that I stay on camera, but if you are, again, a little bit challenged in terms of space, you can scoot to the edge of your mat and it'll help. So left arm reaches all the way out. My palm is down, okay? Right hand is by my side, right knee bends, and we're gonna roll over onto our left hip and shoulder, dropping this right leg behind us. Now, I like to really challenge the hip opening and turn my knee up towards the sky. For your little noggin, you can rest it onto a block. Not the most comfortable, but we're only here for a little bit of time. Good. You can also bend this other leg, so the one that's extended, and bring the feet together. So you're in a Baddha Konasana position. if you're in this Baddha Konasana with me, let's release it. Bring yourself back to center. Oh, and we'll do the same thing to the other side. So I'm going to reach my right arm out, directly in line with my shoulder, palm down. That does not change. Left knee bends, left hand by side. Push and roll yourself over. All right. I use the block underneath my head. And then I also added the Baddha Konasana. So soles of feet come together. All right, we'll bring ourselves back home. Ooh. All right, in this series, we've done already kind of 2 moments of shoulder range of motion. So we've done, our flexion, we've done a bit more of that extreme opening through the shoulder, and now we're gonna try some extension, and we're gonna get there with floor bow, all right? So we're flat onto our bellies. Feet are gonna come towards our butt, right? Now we're gonna try to reach back and grab our feet. If that's an impossible task, you have a band. It's a little weird to lasso up your legs behind you, but if you just take a second to do it, then you can access the shape. We'll find the ankles or tops of the feet. And then we'll work on kicking the feet into the hands and elevating ourselves. Now, I like to grab a little bit lower, like more towards my shins. Gives me a little more height. Really good. Last 3. 2. Nice. And 1. Release down. Whew. That's intense. All right, we'll bring ourselves back up from here. Ooh. There's a lot more I want to explore with that, but for time's sake, we're going to get into our last bits, which is going to be our hips. Now we're going to start with an active pigeon and then work our way down to a not active pigeon. Blocks are going to be your buddy for this. We'll slide forward with our right knee and open up the hip. Okay, I'm going to come onto my highest blocks. Great. This is kind of a modifier for our active pigeon. So my knee is down, top of the foot is on the ground, right? Can be very nice and intense for the hip if you find intensity to be nice like me. All right. If you want more than this, back toe tucks, knee lifts, and you're going into some depth with this, all right? Good, now hands can stay on your blocks, or you can also reach them overhead, or even work your way more towards back bends, elbow grab positions, but knee is up. We'll stay for 3. Good, last 2. And then we'll lower the knee and ankle down. Maybe you deepen by pushing into your front foot with your left hand and scooting backwards. Nice, and then you can sleep. All right, we'll take one more round of breath here. And then we'll head into the opposite side. So left leg comes forward. Set up the front leg like you're in your half pigeon. Tall blocks, right? This is our modified version of active. So back knee is down, foot is down, but hips are up. And you're really focusing on your posterior tilt while you're here. The more challenging version, toe tucks, knee lifts, sliding into some more depth, but using the muscles to stay elevated. Great, you can stay on your blocks. You can reach up. Even grabbing for opposing elbows and really working towards a bit of a back bend here. All right. And then we'll lower down to our knee and hip, potentially deepening by anchoring your left foot and scooting the hip back. I know I'm just slowly coming off of my mat. Doing an active pigeon before, and not like pigeon is not active at all, but more active through the hips, but it can really help with depth or resistance that your body has to being in this shape. Kind of a similar effect like PNF stretching, proprioceptive neuromuscular facilitation. So holding and contracting and then releasing, right? Trying to tell our nervous system, it's okay, we're in this shape, we're gonna live. I'm gonna find a little more depth before we're done here. All right, we'll bring ourselves back up. back into our tabletop position. And you can take a couple of cat-cows to reset. Again, some kind of side movement through your hips. I feel like getting a little more space in the front, so I'm going to kind of take a bit of an up dog. All right, and then we'll head back towards our butt, swing our legs forward in front of us, and we'll open up into a straddle position. This is our last piece, y'all. So starting with straddling, good mornings, okay? Hands can be on hips. Arms can also be out to the side as you do these, all right? Forwards and up, right? Just a little bit of final activation. Nice. The next time you're forwards, let's hold in your straddle. I've got blocks here that I'm just going to land on. All right, let's bring ourselves up from here, y'all. We'll hug our knees in. Oof. We'll cross our legs right in front of left. Take a little twist. I don't know if you heard that. That was 3 vertebra cracks? Hell yeah. Let's see if I can do the same thing on the other side. Damn. Your girl's a Rice Krispie treat today. All right. And then we'll bring ourselves back forward to the front, swap the foot that's in front. And we're ending the same way that we started, right? In this space of presence with ourselves and presence with our bodies when it's ready to train, and also when it's ready for some recovery. We'll take one more breath. Man, super grateful that we made it. I don't know about you, but I feel so much better. And the microphone survived. I want to try to show you guys Pi. Pi, can we look at you? Hello. Perfect little girl in the bean bag. Sweet. Such a sweet little girly. get to see the other sides of the office. I only just got back from buying birthday cakes for my son's birthday tomorrow, super late. Send my happiest birthday to your baby boy. Oh, Stephanie, thank you. I love that. I know, Kayla. How fucking sweet, huh? So good. Yes, queen. Here, I'll swap microphones really quick. Oh, yeah. Well, that was a really good test of, I forget this microphone is much more sensitive. Let me turn it down a little bit. Good test of the Rode microphones and what they can do. Man. Good job, microphone. My uterus needs it. Yes, Shayla, I've been seeing you online, lifting like crazy. So good. I seriously, I've had this kind of off and on relationship with lifting. And since getting back into it this year, my goal is not to, be like, how much weight can I put on this bar? But just to feel like I'm feeling good, strong, confident in my body. And I feel like this trip where I really was able to prove to myself just how much the weightlifting is improving for me helped my snowboarding so much. And it's helped my yoga practice a lot too. So, hell yeah. Aw, yay, Holly. I do too. It's nice to have something a little bit different, right? It's so lovely, lovely. So, for our classes this week, I know my class load online has been a little light. I've just been having some stuff going on. Last week, got my mom to surgery. All of that went amazing. So super stoked on that. Super stoked for her. Hopefully we stay good after that. Enough of my parents getting sick. We're done with that, okay? My sister's about to give birth in 3 weeks. So I'm kind of after this inversion workshop that I have up here in the corner that I'm doing in Costa Mesa, I'm going to be in a bit of a holding pattern where I'm like, all right, what's happening? So we'll keep doing this flow and core. And then, I'm doing my in-person classes too. But other than that, we're kind of waiting to see how everything goes. So things should pick up a lot more in April once these very important life things see themselves all the way through. Oh my God, that active pigeon, holy balls, literally made me break into tears. Oh, yeah, I feel that. Stephanie, I've been doing some compound kettlebell movements. This helps so much with all movement and mobility in general. So agree. So agree. Helping all the life things, lifting heavy ass mannequins for me. Yep, mom doing great. When they do surgery for breast cancer, they also they take out some of the nodes from your lymph nodes over here. And they call them sentinel nodes. And that's kind of a good test to see if any cancer has spread. And all of her sentinel nodes were clear. So that's a really good sign that we, caught it early, got it out, and now we're just going to monitor, It's kind of been, the thing with my dad too. He was just here, got his last hormone suppressant shot. His, levels have been super low for his monitoring. So looks like, both parents are doing well after that. Ah, yes. And then my sister, I'm gonna have a baby boy. It's auntie time. Yeah, I'm super glad about it too, Melanie. Such a relief. Oof. Yeah, that was kind of a crazy week. I went and taught like till really late and then woke up early, like 4 a.m. to help get my mom to surgery because it was like 6 a.m. call time. So definitely been catching up on my sleep this week. Oh, thanks, Melanie. I'm really excited to be the weird auntie. Cool and weird, a little bit of both. Should we have some more pie time, some more pie feeding? My microphone is over here, but she's just hanging out. How about that? I also might have selected the wrong mic. Well, all right, my darlings. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. If I don't see you next week, same class. The second I walked over to Pi, that's so weird. It was like, no, we're done. Yeah, so weird because I don't even see it here. Look at her with this bag, you guys. She's obsessed. She'll literally sleep on them like it's a little treat pillow. So next week, normal class, normal time. I'll be releasing last week's core class tomorrow, and then we'll have core on Thursday at noon. And then I'll release the recording of that the next day. Yeah? Well, all right, my darlings, this was so lovely. Again, thank you for coming to class, and I hope I get to see y'all next week. Have an amazing rest of your Monday, and I'll see you guys soon. So much love to y'all. Send my best to everybody that you love.